many patients who are eligible for this treatment, they were having a lot of rounds of IVF before and they were not successful.
One of your areas of interest is MRT procedure, and I would like to ask you some questions that patients may have about this. So, who is eligible for this?
In short, I would say until patient is capable to produce the oocyte, she is eligible. But definitely, more specific answer would be that this technology has been approved for the patients with mitochondrial disorders. However, we learned from the practice that advanced maternal age patients or patients with the metabolic and more complex disorders in the oocyte, as the oocyte environment, can be also categorized to this group of patients having secondary mitochondrial disorders. The tricky thing is that currently there is no method how to measure the mitochondrial activity in the cell. If we would develop this, and we do work on that, knowing the mitochondrial potential of the cell, we can categorize the patients for this specific treatment.
So how do you decide which patients to offer this procedure to?
Based on their clinical and background, fertility background. So many patients who are eligible for this treatment, they were having a lot of rounds of IVF before and they were not successful. Starting from the fertilisation arrest, following the embryo development arrest, many of our patients, they never seen blastocyst in their fertility journey. So that's the disorders which are happening on the stages of the embryonic development. And the technology, while replacing the nucleus into the different, younger and healthier environment, are helping them to grow their embryos.
And what are the success rates of using this procedure? How does it impact the success rate of a patient?
We should define what really the success rate should be in this technology, because that treatment is definitely solving the solution for the embryo development. However, the complete implantation potential or complete fertility successful treatment includes the implantation itself. And the implantation is more complex than just the embryo. Even if you are having healthy embryo from the previous treatment 10, 20 years ago, or we are having embryo from the egg donation treatment, or we are having an MRT embryo, the implantation potential for the whole categories of the patients would be the same. And they will depend on the uterine and the extra-uterine factors. So with this treatment, we are helping patients to solve their question for having healthy, euploid and strong embryos. And then together, we work on the implantation potential, including uterine factors and the extra-uterine factors. So the complex success would depend on all these questions. In overall, we may say that currently we have 52% of the clinical pregnancy rates and 49% of the live birth rate for all age group.
Are the babies born from the MRT procedure, are they healthy? Are there any concerns that patients should have?
That's a very sensitive question and very responsible one, absolutely. That was the question we also were looking the answers. Currently, we do have 43 babies born as a result of this treatment, and our oldest baby is over 7 right now. The oldest baby in the world, which we know, is almost 14. So that's relatively very new and innovative technology. And the evidence we have from the clinical trials and the animal models. So it's a limited data of having probably globally less than 100 babies born as a result of this treatment. However, if we compare the IVF baby, which is still below 50, we don't have the evidence about the aging disorders and complex conditions on the lifetime and the long-term generations. So I would say the evidence we are having about the MRT is strong enough of showing the fact that this technology is absolutely safe. And we do not have a single disorder from the babies which are born right now.
Cheers.